Hello, everyone. If you're watching on YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I am Kay the Bookworm. And if you're listening to the podcast, welcome to the first ever episode of Kay the Bookworm, the podcast. So today I have a very special guest, my first ever guest on this podcast. And I recently just met her personally, but I knew of her work when her book The Marriage Contract came out February of earlier this year. I instantly fell in love with it. So we'll see you. We'll talk about that book in a minute. And I just got done reading her latest book that came out, which is Love After. Right here. This book right here. We'll talk about this book too, as well as her other books that she has on the side. So we're getting to everything about her. But ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce you to Shay Davis. So how are you
Hey
today?
y'all, I am good. So happy to be here. So glad that you bear with me while got my kid from soccer practice to
You're okay.
bed, to bath,
You're
all
okay.
that other good stuff. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. No problem. So first question is, how did you get started and why did you get started into writing?
So it's so funny. I actually like divulged like a deep dark secret, like not really like deep bad or anything, into the last two interviews I did. So I loved writing from forever. And it's funny because like I tell my mom all the time that like being a writer, just loving books has it was part of me since inception because my name is actually from my mom's favorite romance author, romance book. I forget the author's name, but the book was titled Shayna,
Oh,
and it was
wow.
published in 1977. And so this is like my mom's favorite romance novel, and she named me after that because she was like the character, the heroine was strong and
Oh,
just all of these characteristics that she just said that she felt like I had when she was pregnant with me. I'm like, okay, but whatever, she spoke it, she felt it, she spoke it to my life, so here I am. But when I was a kid, I used to always journal. And so
mm.
my journaling addiction started with the movie Harriet the Spy. Y'all, I'm an 80s baby, kind of later in the 80s. So like the 90s, the late 80s, 90s kind of raised me. So like, don't judge me, y'all.
No, I'm fine. I'm 90 baby all day.
Or to the viewers, like, don't judge me because
It
I'm
says
not
right
sure.
here 92 all day. So yeah.
So yeah, you know, Harriet the Spy was like my movie, like, and so I was like obsessed with like journaling after that movie. Even before that movie, I was a writer and like writing stuff. It was just like it became an obsession
Yeah.
after that. And then so I still have some of my journals since like far as back as sixth grade, I
Oh,
think.
wow.
I read one. I was cleaning my closet and I read one and I was it was retarded. Yeah, so I was like, yeah, I was like, whoa, you was crazy. But anyway, and so fast tracks, high school. I used to write in the spiral notebooks. I stay with them. I still stay with spiral notebooks everywhere. I have dozens of them. And
Mm.
so in high school, I used to write stories and like little freaky stories, my grown fast ass. So writing freaky stories in my little spiral notebook, then passing it around to all my girlfriends, and they would get it back to me like, "Oh, Shay, like, what's next? What's gonna happen next? Like, oh, she busting it wide open, like little nasty asses." And then all
Mhm.
my friends was just encouraging my nastiness. So that started. I guess I was really writing since then, and then recently, writing helped me with my postpartum. I had my son in 2018. And before I had him, I was like, oh, I want to write a book. But it was just so much going on that I fell off from it. And then I had postpartum like really, really bad. Like it was bad. And writing like helped me. And like I published Stay a Little Longer. And it felt so good. It felt so liberating. It felt so freeing that I was just like, I always want to feel this way. So there you have it.
Okay, that is a beautiful story. Beautiful, beautiful. I feel as if sometimes, even though I don't have kids yet, I feel like a lot of people who do start writing actually like cope with like their like postpartum because of that. You know what I'm saying? They start writing because of their postpartum.
Yeah, I picked it back up. I started journaling. So I had already started Stay a little longer. I think in 2017 is when I started it. I was just at work bored one day and I was just like, I keep saying I'm gonna write a book. I'm gonna write a book. So I opened up a blank document and then like started writing. And then fell off, got pregnant, and then absolutely fell off. And then like I was just, I don't know, it was just like I can't even describe it. Like, it was just a feeling of like, stop playing, do this.
Yeah.
And then I started writing and I started journaling, but like, I was like so depressed because I had, postpartum, and I was like, I don't want to write about my feelings. My feelings are like already, like, I knew enough. I was grounded enough to know that something was wrong with me and that I needed help. And then as I'm journaling, like my feelings, I'm like, this is just so this is even more depressing. So I was like, well, let me go back to my book. And that's what happened. Like, I started with journaling again. And then I was like, no, let me pick up my book again. And then that was when I started to feel happy again. Like, I guess jumping into somebody's fictitious universe was like lifting me up. I don't know. I guess that's the only way I can describe it.
No, I totally understand it, because as a reader, I feel as if I don't like to read like nonfiction books. I don't like to. I actually hate them. But I love reading fiction books and writing fiction books because I get to like escape my own reality for a minute.
That's what I feel like when I read. I want to escape. Like, like I need to be happy. It's my happy place. It makes me happy, and I don't want to read about depressing. I want to be happy. Yeah. Like, that's another thing. Like with me, sometimes when I'm reading, like I can't read like books, like it has never happened to me, but I can't read domestic violence books. Like, even though it's a trigger warning, it's not to me, because I wish a mofo. Can we curse on here?
No, we can. Go ahead.
Oh, I wish a motherfucker would act like he's about to put his hands on me. So I've never been a victim, and I pray for everyone who's in those type of situations. But I just can't. I can't read domestic violence books. Like I can't do it. It takes me to a place of unhappiness. And when I sit down and I have free time to read, I want to be happy. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know that like in romance books and all that other stuff, like there's struggle, push and pull and all tug of war, but it's just certain things that I can't get with. And I can't get with the domestic violence themes. I wouldn't even, I just can't. I don't know. I just can't do it. I want to be happy. Like I want to feel even if I want to feel the angst, I want to feel the angst because they love each other and they can't figure it out. No,
I totally understand it. I think for me, because my first book does have a little bit of domestic violence in it, it would have to be like not over the top. There's one book that I did start to read, and the author knows this because I told the author this. I did start to read it, but it just got over the top. And I told her straight, I said, listen, I love your work, but this book right here, I had to stop reading it because it was too much for me. She was like, I understand. I get it. I totally understand and get it. So, yes.
But I still like love and support all of it, because everybody, and I think also too, a lot of people got to know that just because one person writes a book or surrounding one thing, that's not their entire catalog.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like I really think that like people need to be open to experience and reading, and to continue to read something by other authors that even though they might have one book that might not be your lane. You know what I mean? So like it's just me, but reading is like my happy. Me personally, I like to escape into my happy place because that has helped me. So I don't want to be down and like, oh, like I want to have happy tears, like, oh, they got it together. Yeah. Oh, my cheeks, I'm cheesing and I'm blushing and my cheeks hurt and so hard. That's the type of stuff I guess I like the cheesy stuff, kind of, sort of.
No, I'm the same way.
Which, if perfect segue into the marriage contract. The marriage contract is like cute and cheesy, but like it was just so much fun. Like that's the type of stuff that like in all my books aren't like the marriage contract, because Love After was much different. But I loved writing about Soul Matthias and Alexa Livingston. Oh,
Can I just say, as I was reading it, I really felt as if it was a Lifetime movie. Like reading it and how like it started off, spoiler alert, it starts off with Alexia going to Vegas because it's her birthday and she wants to have fun, and she's kind of been down and stuff because she is an accountant, and so she goes to have fun, and the next thing you know, she wakes up with a dude in her bed Come to
Hold
find
on.
out that
I'm
the
recording. Sorry, that's my son in the
you're fine.
background.
Come to find come to find out the dude is her husband.
Yes.
And it goes from there. So I did feel as if it was definitely a Lifetime movie in my head. What made you want to write something like that? Was it because it was during Valentine's Day, or you just felt like, let me just write a book that's something different?
So what made me write it? So first and foremost, my publisher put us on blast. She was like, hey y'all. She did it for Christmas too. She was like, hey y'all, I want to do a Christmas or a Valentine's Day, like, release where everybody from the team releases a book every day up until Valentine's Day. And I think she ended it on Valentine's Day. She came out and she ended the series. And so she told us in like the beginning of January, and then she needed them by like the first week of February. And so I'm like, God, let me write a book.
Pause. Does she do that every year? Something I need to.
So this, like May was her first year in, her first year anniversary. So I don't know if she's going to be doing this every year. I don't know. And everybody didn't participate because some people didn't write that fast, and then other people just didn't have the time because they was already doing stuff. So oh my God, pause. My son is getting on my nerves. Can you please get out my side? Go over there. No, go over there. Y'all viewers on YouTube, let me tell y'all, I'm just gonna let y'all know that like it's my household is ratchet. I'm ratchet a little bit. So y'all getting the real me. I'm not about to sugarcoat nothing for y'all.
Y'all okay, I don't sugarcoat nothing on my channel. So
just wanna let y'all know a little bit. Y'all just got a little snippet into Shay Davis household, and I'm ratchet and I be cursing these kids out. All right, back to our regularly scheduled program. But so she was like, oh, and she literally needed it. I think it was like 3.5 weeks.
Wow.
And so I was just like, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And the proposal was on TV. And so how, and I freaking love that movie. I love Sandra Bullock. I love Ryan Reynolds. I just love, that is Ryan Reynolds, right?
Yes, it is.
I freaking love that movie. I will watch it every time it comes on TV as if it's the first time I've seen it. So, and I knew I wanted to do a Vegas story. And so I already had that in my mind. I was like, oh, I want to do a Vegas story. Like, it's Valentine's Day, it's sexy. And so that's literally how it popped off. And then as it got in, and it was like, Alexa, like, yeah, I'm the Black Margaret. And he's like, I don't understand. Like, so that was kind of where that joke stemmed from, probably me watching the proposal as I'm writing that book.
Yeah.
So the joke of her being the Black Margaret, that's probably where that came from. But I knew that I wanted a baseball player. I wanted an athlete. And then I was like, I want a baseball player because you don't see so many like Black baseball players.
That's true. Especially in books.
Yeah, in books and not in interracial relationships.
Yeah,
and,
true.
Full-fledged Black love type situations. You don't see too many baseball players.
Yeah.
So it just popped in my mind. I was like, I feel like this is gonna be a little different. So boom. Then my next step, I always like to find visuals for my men because I be wanting to visualize the sexiness as I'm writing. Like I want to visualize the abs.
I'm the same way. I'm trying to get that way too.
Yeah. So like found this bomb ass visual of the stove with the abs going pop, pop, pop. I rub my fingers in them, and then I was like, all right, I'm done. You married. Chill out. So after I had that moment, then now it's in my head. I like have this whole like visual of him and how he's going to be like, hard yet soft. And it literally just came to me. Like, and I felt like I work well under pressure. Actually, I'm a procrastinator. And so I actually don't do well with long deadlines. Like, be like, Shayna, I need it now. And I'm like, oh shit. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, that was how that came to be. They're my babies. I love that book. That's probably my most successful book.
I was just about to ask you that. Did you expect that much success from that book? Because I think the book has like over like what, 300, almost 300?
500.
Oh,
it has 570 reviews.
Did you expect that?
Hell no. I'm trying to figure out what type of sauce I put in that shit so I can recreate it. I have no idea. Like, I don't know what I did, who is reading this book. Like, and then the simple fact that like it's off the top 100, but it's still in like in the 100s.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like, so like it's still up there. Like,
So
when I go and check the ranking, like, and I'm just like, who the fuck is still reading this book? Like, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much. But I had no idea that like this book was going to be it. Like, none whatsoever. Like, was mind blown. Like, because this book hit #1. This is my first #1. It actually hit #1 for a few days. It might have been like a little 2-day streak, but
hey, still #1, regardless of situation. Even long for an hour, you still got #1 book.
Listen, I got the screenshot.
Hello, period. Hello.
So, and mind you, I only been an author for a year. Like, I published the first book last July. So, like, to publish a book in July 2020 and then have a book hit #1 in February 2021, I was blown away.
Remember God.
Listen, won't he do it? It really is. It really is. Like, I feel like God knew that I needed healing. I needed something to pull me through. And he knew that I love reading. I love writing. And I really feel like God made a way for me. Like, absolutely feel like he has helped me pull me through the darkness. Like, it was a point like where like I literally would drive home and be like, I just want to keep driving. Like, I don't even want to go home. Like, and so I really feel like God knew that I needed something. And boom, he gave it to me. Like, he gave it to me. Like,
so speaking of that, do you think that, can I know you have is it 3 books on audio, Roger, right now?
Yes, I have 3 books on audio right now.
Do you think we'll get the marriage contract on audio soon?
Yeah. So yes. Hold on one second. I'm see the ghetto-ness in my house because my husband is listening to Instagram or TikTok or whatever, and I can hear his phone. This is the ghetto-ness in my house, y'all. I'm sure he heard me. That I told them what I was doing. They don't understand.
Okay.
But anyway, you gonna have some real ghetto shit for your YouTube.
It's fine. It's perfectly okay.
Whenever you want the ghetto-ness, come out at me.
Got you.
Get over here. So, but yeah, so I mean, it's not really a secret anymore because they talk about it all the time, but the marriage contract is actually in production. Wesley and Emmanuel are going to do it. I actually got to sit in. They actually sent me a Zoom link, and I got to sit in and listen to them record, and it was amazing. So it is in production.
Speaking of them, Wesley and Emmanuel.
Oh, I love them.
I read Held in Contempt.
Woo!
Because of that recording. Granted, I didn't listen to the recording before I read the book. I actually listened to it after. And then when you wrote in your book, it was like chapter 2 vibes, if you know, you know. And then they were actually on last night doing Birthday Sex by Tay Russ. And they were also talking about chapter 2, and I was like, automatically knew what you're talking about because it's your book. The plot twist, I was not expecting.
Yes. So, I wrote that book in 6 days.
Really?
I did. I wrote that in 6 days.
Wow.
So literally, I also, when I do a lot of interviews and stuff, I let, people, this always comes up. A lot of my inspiration comes when I'm in the shower. I am cleansing, I guess, my body, my mind, my spirit. It's just something about that steam in the hot, scalding water. Yeah. And the detachable shower head. That too. But anyway, so I was literally like in the shower, like scrubbing, and objection literally just popped in my head, just like that. It's like I'm literally having a conversation with myself.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know why. Like why? And then so I stopped. I'm like, bitch, why are you telling yourself objection? So what? Like what is you doing? Yeah. And then so I was just like, I want a book to start like that because Health and Contempt was only my second book. Stay a Little Longer was my first book that came out in July. It came out in September, a week before Stay Forever. So in September, I released 2 books. Wow. So yeah, so it all started with just objection. I wanted the book to start with the word objection, and I wanted a badass attorney, and I wanted the judge, and Judge Andreas Kendrick and Attorney Kennedy Glory were born, and then further just evolved by the great Wesley Siobhan and Emmanuel Ingram. And listen, that book, love it. Like I didn't expect that either. I'm like, that was my second book. I know it was only a novella, but to me, again, never even put nothing out. So for this to be my second book, I'm just like patting myself on the back. Like
they did that. I read it and I listened to it and I was like, whoa, like it really, like granted, like when I read, I don't like me personally, and I know I might get a lot of backlash from this, but I don't care. I don't like audiobooks because the voices in my head are totally different from the voices that the people record. You know what I'm saying? So like, for example, when they did Birthday Sex, I jumped in like I think like when they were almost done with it, but just hearing like Wesley talk, like listen to it, like, say it. I was like, I read this before. What book is this? It didn't make, I said, Birthday Sex, boom, in my head. So listening to chapter 2 of Held in Contempt, the fact that the characters in my head were the same characters that they were seeing was freaky.
And listen, I tell Wesley, we talk or text every now and again just so, check on status of production and stuff like that. And I tell her all the time, I'll be like, baby, I will listen to you read the back of the damn cereal box, okay? You go on. And Manny too, when the little growl, I will listen to y'all fucking narrate the back of the cereal box. Like, tell me what's in my cereal. All that stuff I can't pronounce. Say it to me sexy. But yes, so I am so happy and honored to just be working with them again for the marriage contract. I can't wait until we can actually like share like the real details, because it's going to be great. It's going to be great, and I cannot wait. And so right now, all we are is telling, all we talk about it is in production. So I don't have a release date yet. Yeah.
I'm excited for that. Super excited. Yeah. I did read Reckless, the second book to that.
Wild Thoughts, Reckless Nights. Yes. Yep.
That was really good too. I love the trope of the one night stand and the baby, and she kind of find out that the person, she's a doctor. I love that trope.
Yeah. So I felt like because Held in Contempt had such a twist, that like I felt like I had to come through with something equally as good. Like, it just couldn't be regular. Like I felt like Held in Contempt was just like up here. So I had to like try to come and match it. I had to come with that, I had to match that energy. So I was like, and then of course everybody was like, oh, y'all want to give me a new chapter 2? And I was like, if it worked out that way, because I really didn't plan for it to work out that way. But when I outlined this book, I was like, okay, maybe I can change that. I finesse this. And so, and then I'm trying to like emailing back and forth with Wesley, like, can I get on y'all calendar? Like, I know
yeah.
So, like I tell Manny I got another chapter 2 for him. Like tell him let me sneak that in there. So, I'll be trying. So hopefully that can get in the works as well.
Well, the book that I do want them to read.
What's that?
Is your recent book that just came out?
Oh, Love After.
Goddamn Love After. God.
You have to take a second.
Let me take a second real quick, because y'all, when I tell you to read that book. It is a K book, it's a K the Bookworm approval recommendation, 10 out of 10. That book is what, in my mind, my version of 50 Shades of Grey.
Thank you. That's
in my mind. And I haven't even read 50 Shades of Grey at all. I've seen the movies, but in that mind, that
movies was trash.
I'm sorry. Goddamn
I'm
Warwick.
sorry. Should I say that? I don't, as a creative, I don't want to say
That's
somebody
fine.
else's
Go ahead. That's fine.
process and works was trash. I read the books though. I did read the book. But then the movies, anyway, next, moving on. I don't want to. I don't. If you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all.
Warwick. My God.
Warwick, yes, I love Warwick Jones.
Where did my first question to you is, where did the inspiration come from? And secondly, what made you want to write a book like that is so sexualized? Meaning that definitely, granted, we do see BDSM. I can't even fucking pronounce the shit right. King, I'll just say King. We do see kink stuff like in, you know, like in the world we live in now, but we rarely see it in Black people, in Black people in the open. Because Warwick was very like, he was like, I'm proud, this is who I am, this is what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna stick with it. Even though
like women know it, women know the deal, like
even though the main
private, but
exactly. And then the heroine brother, Melanie, she was just like, her brother was like, listen, you're not capable of what he can do to you. I love you. I'm not trying to be in your, like, you know, trying to be in, like, I'm just trying to forewarn you that, like, what he does, I don't think you'll be able to handle it.
He was acting that annoying little brother. Like, first of all, you're not even the big brother, sir. You the little brother. Go sit your little brother self over there somewhere while I get tied up and beat. Okay.
So what made you come up with that? What made you come up with like the book?
One, I felt like Melanie needed redemption from dealing with her trash ass ex-husband. So I definitely wanted to get a little bit more emotional in that, because, you know, like, being a 36-year-old, she 36 or 38? I think she was 38. Being a 38-year-old divorcee, like, you know, like, just doing something different, having to do something different and live a different way after living so long, you know, it's just, it causes internal turmoil, it causes doubt, it causes a bunch of like shit to fester in your mind. And so, like, I felt like, you know, she was going through something. She wanted to find joy in life, in this second stage of life, and whatever it looked like, but she didn't really know how. And then so she was just kind of just going with the flow. I mean, albeit she was going to take her ex-husband money and, you know, take his ass to the fucking cleaners because he was trash.
As she should, because after reading it, she should have.
Yes. So all trash.
Yes.
So I don't know. I wanted to make her a little bit more layered because she was older. Like, a lot of my characters so far has been young. I mean, apart from Kennedy and Andreas and, you know, Alexa was young, Soul was older, but a lot of my characters have been in their 20s. A few in their 30s, but I felt like writing about characters in their 30s and 40s, they're more layered. You know what I mean? Because I'm not even that old. I'm only 34, and like, I have so many layers to me. Like, I couldn't go live the life of a 20-year-old and successfully do that shit. Because, like, first of all, I look back at my 20-year-old self and like, ow.
Yeah.
So like, you have so much more baggage and so much more to carry and to figure out. And then now you're divorced. You know, you got a kid. You got, you know, a husband trying to fight you for everything. So I wanted to make her layered. I wanted to make her emotional. I wanted to dive into a different side of my own writing that I never done yet, that I hadn't done yet. And Warwick, I knew I wanted to BDSM because I was like, you know how, like, when you're vulnerable, like, and you meet somebody that's kind of dominant and you feel like, do I like him, or is it because I'm vulnerable? And so you kind of have that inner questioning now, like, do I really like him, or am I just in a bad spot? So I wanted to portray that as well through the pages. But I definitely knew that I wanted Word to be like, nah, come here, like, this mine, you mine. And then again popped in my head one day, the layer to Warwick, why he was the way he is. That literally came out of thin air. It just popped in my head. And I was just like, and my whole heart hurt. I was like, no. And then so I was like, bitch, write that shit. Shut up. But yeah, so I don't know. I kind of felt like I stepped out of my comfort zone a little bit. I felt like this was a little bit, it wasn't like, don't get me wrong, I love the marriage contract and the Kardashian Christmas Magic, but it wasn't as cheesy, Lifetime, Hallmarky as those two books.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I felt like I stepped out of my own comfort zone and wrote something a little bit more edgy. You know? Like you could tell, I mean, and it's always edgy when, the reviews be mixed and a lot of people love it, a lot of people hate it.
Oh, yeah.
So like, and then I'd be like, you know what? I made you think, like, you whatever, however, but I felt like I pushed myself.
Well, congratulations again, because that one did hit #1 in the erotic section.
It did hit #1 in urban erotica and African American erotica.
Yeah, so congratulations to that.
Thank you. That, and it held on for like 2 weeks. Like it just got kicked out of #1 spot, I think, like 2 days ago.
Wow. Well, congratulations to that for sure, guys.
Again, I just like, how?
Telling you, God.
I keep going with this.
I'm trying to get where you're at. I'm trying to get there. Trying to get to that.
I don't even know what I'm doing. I be up late nights, tired. Like, let me write this stuff. Like, and then I did just start a remote job, a fully remote position. So I'm hoping to have more time to dedicate to my books. The last few days, it ain't been like that. I've been working for real. And I'm like, wait a minute now.
Yeah, I got you.
I have some free time. But hopefully I'll find that balance.
So when it comes to writing, and I always ask my interviews this: if somebody out there is wanting to write, someone out there, well, like me, I should say that is a newbie author. If you guys don't know, me and Shay are both signed to K Renee Presents.
Hey,
I got signed last month, so I'm super excited.
Welcome to the team.
Thank you. I'm super excited. My new book is coming on the way soon. I just hit 41K last night.
Hey,
so I got a little bit
like you.
Yeah, I've got a little bit more to go after we get off, and then I think I'm probably gonna take the whole weekend because I don't have to work like that. So my book should be done by the end of next week, I think. Yeah.
All right, now.
Yeah, my book should be done by the end of next week. That's what I'm hoping for. So fingers crossed for that if I actually get to it.
No fingers crossed. We doing it. We claiming it.
Never mind, we are. Definitely claiming by next week Friday. So for somebody that is newbie like me or somebody that wants to write, what advice would you give what advice would you give someone?
Honestly, like I'm still trying to figure that out. But from the year that I've been in it, I guess year and a month, maybe year and almost 2 months. Mm-hmm. I would say just kind of just be you, like be unapologetically you, like honestly. Like I know it's so cliche nowadays that's like the big saying on like all of these t-shirts, unapologetically me, unapologetically dope, and all of that other stuff, but like honestly that's true. Like I am a person that I'm going to be nice to everybody. I'm going write my books, and you can say and do and support or not, but like just be true to you. Write your books. When you put them out, stand by what you put out. Believe that what you put out was your best work. And if you catch something, know where you need to grow from. You know what I mean? But like just stay true to you. Don't let the masses kind of like get in your ear a little bit, because like I didn't even know like some of this behind the scenes stuff that be happening in the drama, and I just be like, oh, I'm going to exit stage left, because that's not what I'm here for. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? So I honestly just stay out of drama. If you see the drama, exit stage left. Like focus on your craft. Don't get pulled into anything that does not help you grow. Do not get pulled into anything that is not watering your seeds to help you flourish. That shit ain't important. if it ain't good vibes, good energy, or good money in your pocket, fuck all that shit. Like that's what I'm on. Like that's what I'm on. I guess that's also becoming how I am the older I get. Like I'm not arguing with you. I'm not going back and forth with you. I'm writing these books and I'm focused on me. Don't let nobody pull you into anything else. If you want to be an author, if you want to write, and don't let nobody else get you, sideswipe you and like pull you into another direction. Like stay true to who you are and just be you and don't care. Like always be professional and nice and pleasant.
Yeah.
But just do you. Write your books and do you. Like and I feel like when you do that, it come back. Like I've never seen like these people be finding me, like people be in my inbox. Like I just went to the Alexandria house party in Houston. I met up with a bunch of people that, knew me, read my books. I went as a reader and I'm at the venue, like going to meet other authors. Some of them I've already met. Some of them I wanted to meet for the first time. And then like some of the readers are coming up like, oh my God, you Shay Davis. And I'm like, me? You know me? Mm-hmm. You don't know me. And they like, yeah. So like, I honestly and genuinely believe put out good energy and you get all that shit back. Like honestly, like that's how I feel. Put out that good energy, put out them good vibes, and you're gonna get that shit back twofold. I know I'm quoting the Bible and cursing at the same time, but just, my heart.
You're speaking the word,
though. I was able to quote the word, so don't judge me.
No, you're speaking the word. You're speaking the word for sure. Yeah. I know for me when I first started, I could honestly say I was stuck in like the genre because it was so new, and I thought everybody was helpful, like, oh yeah, this and this and this now, but actually getting into it now, been in it for about a good, close to, you came out in February, so about almost a couple of months now, maybe about 6, 7, 8 months now, I'm starting to realize like, okay, I just need to support you, and then that's it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or if I need to talk to you, I could talk to you about a certain situation and talk to you. All right, cool. You give me your advice. Cool. Put you in that hole too. So there's only
one of my husband's favorite sayings is chew the meat and spit out the bone. He literally he's the big dude, so he get his suits customly made. And so inside one of his suit jackets is actually like that quote and like the fact like chew the meat, spit out the bone. You can take whatever you want from whomever, everybody may have a piece of good to share with you. Yeah. And then they might have some shit that you be like, that don't sound right. That's okay. Yeah. Take that good, take that meat, spit out them bones. Like you can build from that. Like you can learn from so many people around you, people that you might not even thought that you would be learning from. But just be able to differentiate between the good and the bad. And then sometimes research and figure it out for yourself too. Like I spent a whole year and a half researching before I even thought about releasing my book. Yeah. Like I sat on it. It just was sitting because I didn't know how I wanted to do it. So research is a beautiful thing. Like research is a beautiful thing. I be on Google, like I be on YouTube. Shit, this is how much we research in this house. Even though we're a little ghetto, we sometimes use our brains. We could not figure out how to get this damn pack and play together. This shit came in all these. I was like, this is supposed to be easy. Girl, me and my husband sitting here watching the YouTube video of a couple also struggle to put the same pack and play together. They figured it out. So then we figured it out. Yeah. Google, research, YouTube. Shit is there. Yeah,
it's there for free.
Like, yeah, the shit is there. So that's another advice, research. But that's the paralegal in me speaking to everybody. Like, they be like, oh, how you know? Google. Like I listen, if you for real, if I really want to find out some information, all I need is your name and possibly the year you was born. I can go find out if you were criminal or not. I know how to research. But yeah, no, it's so much fun. Like
that's good. So I think my next question, I totally forgot it. I think I lost. Oh yes.
I always go off. Tell me to shut up.
All your book that you have so far, and I know this might be hard, and it's something new that I'm going to be starting with with all my authors that I interview. So you're first.
Mm-hmm.
Out of the books you have, I got 2 questions. One,
Okay.
what is your favorite book this far? And 2,
Okay.
what book, if somebody gave you a book deal or like a TV deal, movie deal, what book would you want to be as a TV or movie? So
Okay.
book first, and then TV or movie.
Okay. Well, can I give you my TV book one? Because that's easy. I already know that. So my TV book would be A Dash of Christmas Magic.
Okay.
Like, it is the epitome of what Christmas movies are filled with: laughter, love, steam. Like, of course it can't be Hallmark. It could be like maybe like the BET plus her, where you can curse and shit and they show a little skin type thing, because it can't be, they curse a little bit too much for Hallmark. But yes,
on TV, could they be cursing there too now?
Yeah. Oh, really? Let's do it. Like, but we might. But you know, if we really want to, if y'all really want to see what happened between Malachi and Sanaa, it might need to be Cinemax. Might. Is Cinemax still a thing? Showtime?
No, probably HBO.
I'm about to say, what's Cinemax? I don't even have cable. I have this. You have YouTube cable, like YouTube TV.
Yeah, probably HBO getting their release.
Yes. So we need to be on. Yes. And whoever, don't judge me for saying Cinemax. So Dash of Christmas Magic would definitely be a movie that I would want to see on the screen. I fucking loved it. One of the funniest scenes that I want to see play out is when Malachi is ice skating and he busts his ass and his niece is like recording him, and then she posts that shit on all the social media and he's like fucking what's it trending? Uh-huh. Yeah. Yes. So that is that. Favorite book. Oh my God, don't do that to me. All right.
Okay. Okay, I'll say this. A book that you want your readers to know you by. So if you say, like, if I say to a reader, give me a Shay Davis book, what is a book that you want to be recognized by?
Of course, The Marriage Contract. But I also feel like I don't want people to sleep on Held in Contempt. That's it. But you know, it's so crazy because you know what? Like, so my first babies, Stay a Little Longer and Stay Forever, like they have so much of like the real life kind of me in it. Mm-hmm. And then in that, their Friends was introduced and they had a spinoff series, Just Want to Be Loved and Just Want to Be Loved Too. Like, if honestly, like, I love The Marriage Contract. I love After. I love all of those books. But if I honestly had to pick a series that I emotionally connect to these characters, like deep down, no matter what other characters I write, they still are always right there. Mm-hmm. It is Kira and Hanif. Like, they are in an emotional wreck, but in such just this lovely, tragic way. And I loved writing their story. Kira has so many like just emotional issues that she had to work through. Hanif is just like this super refined thug that's trying to find his new footing and like the legit life. And like, those characters to me like truly speak to, one, my real life environment of growing up in the hood in Philly. Like, people be fucked up and they be trying to just live the best life they can. So when love come along or a good opportunity come along, they don't even know how to handle it. They don't know what to do and how to process it. So this was like what I see every day. And so it was so close to my heart to like write that. But then of course my book too, they have a happy ending.
Yeah.
So I want to say that those are probably the 2 most emotional characters that I carry close to my heart, like at all times.
Okay.
I love all the other ones, but those are my little, I call them my toxic babies and I hold them close.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my final question of the night is, what can we expect from you from now till the end of the year?
So that's a good question, because I don't know if you're a member of Monica's Romantic Sweet Spot, but I'm actually taking over her lounge tomorrow, her group tomorrow, and I have some good news. So and also in my group, the Shea Butter Lounge, I was real shady and I posted a cover reveal, but they was all blurred out and like they all cursing me out up underneath the comments. Like they like, you petty, you shady, like give me more.
Well, this won't be out until Thursday.
Oh, okay.
So by the time that this is already out, it will be already, you're basically already done. So,
oh, okay, all right. Well, cool. So, I am working on, I am hoping to have 3 stories done this year, 3 more. I'm about 20,000 into one, about a few chapters into another, and I haven't started the 3rd one. But so the one that I'm working on the most right now is the Second Chance Love, which actually has some real life topics in it, which is fun. So my husband like, oh, so I shouldn't read that one. And I'm like, here you go. Because he's like, well, if it's Second Chance Love and they meet high school, I know it ain't about me. Oh, I'm like, oh God. I was like, it's like 2 little snippets of like real life, and then the rest is, exaggerated. Calm down, like calm your little man ego down. So, but I'm really excited about that one. And then it's surrounding music. And so like she works at a label, and like a Black owned label, and this is, and then so I'm feeling like this might become a thing where I might have other spin-off stories because of the whole label. And then my other one is, if you read Stay a Little Longer and Stay Forever, one of the side characters, she had a little role. She literally was like a backup attorney for the main character. And so she has a story coming. Older man, younger woman romance. And then I have an erotica. I have the cover.
Yeah.
And I actually know the person the model on the cover. She's my friend. So so it's sexy, and I want to give her flowers and write a book about her. Well, not about her, but yeah. So that's what I have. But I also, the other night, I also had a dream, and I woke up with like chills and heart racing because this dream was so real. And I woke up like, oh my God, I'm turning that into a book. So I outlined the whole thing.
Wow.
I don't think I'll get to it this year.
Yeah.
But the way it like made my heart like go, it was crazy. So yeah, that's the world. That's Shayna's crazy world.
I'm super excited about it.
I'm super excited about you being on the team. Like, not only coming on to kick it with you, I'm super excited about you being my pen sis and just kicking it with you. I hope to meet you when we do the K Renee Presents tours. I hope you meet some of them.
Yes. I am just very blessed, honestly, and honored that she picked me because I was not expecting it. Because Sinclair, who's on there, shout out to Sinclair. I actually we saw it because we was talking about it one day, because we have a joint book coming soon. Hopefully sometime hopefully April of next year-ish, we should be out. But we were just talking about publishing, whatever. And I just got out of my publishing contract, and I was just like, I'm gonna go indie. And then I was just like, wait a minute, indie's a little bit, I don't think I'm there yet, because I still just need to, get some more work under me, and I still want to get like a mentorship. Yeah. And so she was thinking about going it too. So when we saw K Renee, we don't have submissions, I was like, you need to do it. So I basically pushed her, and then just for her to turn around, I was like, do it with me. So, and then I was like, okay, what do I have to lose? I was not expecting a call from her or email back saying that she wanted to work with me. I wasn't, if I'm being completely honest. So the fact that she said she wanted to work with me, I was just like, wow.
Yeah, can we just take a second to talk about
second chance for sure.
Yeah, Karen is so dope. Like, she is so dope, such an amazing person. Like, I always sing her praise. Like, she is, her energy, and that's the type of stuff that I be on. Like, it's all about your energy and your vibe with me now with this Speak to Life. Like, and her energy and vibe is always just so pure and true. And like, honestly, if I'm not feeling that energy from you, I can't fuck with it. And like, it was so good to like to come across that, because the same thing, like I was going to go indie, I didn't know, and then I saw her. So I'm always a reader, like I've read every last single one of her books, some multiple times, and then so I was in her reader group, and then I saw that she had submissions, and then I always like how her books take place in Philly. You know, I'm from Philly, and then like when I was like her friend on Facebook and in her reader group, like I saw her moving about like in Philly, kind of find, you know, and I'm like, this meant to be, like that's not, you know, like Philly go hard for Philly. You know how you go hard for your hometown, and so like I was just like, let me do this submission, and that was really what like pushed me to do it. It was like, oh, she's from Philly, like, and her book's dope as shit, and like, yeah, let me just try it. And she called me, was like, yes, I want you, boo, and I was like, oh. So I'm so excited to be working with you though, and see, are you doing any of the shows next year? Do you know? Like, I think it's Dallas in March.
I don't know yet. Hopefully, I'll be able to. By then, I should have at least.
Where you at? Like, what
I'm in South Carolina.
Okay.
So, hopefully, I should have at least maybe about a good couple of books out. So I have to finish Right Way to Love, which is my first standalone series that I'm doing. This one is about a second chance college type feel to it.
Okay.
I just love the story because the story came to me out of nowhere. So basically, the main characters were dating in high school. Like not high school, they dated in college for a year. But the hero got kicked out because of a situation that his dad put him in that he was not aware of. So he broke up with the heroine, and basically the heroine was kind of like was upset about it. And then when she saw him playing for another team, she got kind of was like, what the fuck? Just for them to like rejoin like 2 years later, and now he is a new rookie on her father's team. And his coach he's a running back, so his running back coach is the heroine's ex-boyfriend.
Okay.
So I got that coming, and then I have the books. Then I have my standalone book, which is Ill-Fated Attraction, which is my Medusa retelling. And then I have a Christmas anthology that I have coming out with some other authors. And then I want to end the year off with that short story and doing like a New Year's novelette with that. So hopefully by
I wanted to get a Christmas story out or a holiday story in there. I might try to sneak that in there too.
So that's 5 books I have, and then I also want to try to get push out re-release Close to You too, which is my first book. I actually was in the process of re-editing that, but I stopped because I had to work on Right Way to Love. So hopefully that will be out by the 1-year anniversary, which is in February. So hopefully by whenever we do have the tour, I should be out with at least 6 books.
The first date is in March. Then so I mean, I don't think everybody is going to all of them. I'm the only. Well, I'm going to miss the Chicago one for sure. But the first one is in March. I think Philly is in April. New York might be in May-ish. Don't quote me. Chicago was in June. I know for sure because I'm not going to that one. And then Miami is in September.
But I'll probably go to when the dates for April are?
I can tell you in a second.
Yes, because April's my birthday month. So and then
hey, all right, Aries. When your birthday?
April 18th.
The 18th?
Yes.
Is that still Aries?
Yep, sure is.
Okay, I love Aries. My cousin, who's like my sister.
Hey.
She's like, so so Philly is April 15th through the 18th.
Look at God. I will be there. That will be there because I'll be 30. So yes.
Oh shucks! Come on, 30 crowd. Come on. Yeah. So and then New York is May 20th to the 23rd. I'm in Maryland, so and I'm from Philly, so it ain't gonna take me nothing but a hop, skip, and a jump to get to both the New York and Philly dates.
And you said what is the main one? April. What is it? May what?
May 20th to the 23rd. Chicago is 6/10 to 6/13. And then Miami is 9/9 to 9/11. I'm not going to Chicago though because I'm going to Indie Love that month in New Orleans.
Gotcha. Oh yeah, I'm going to Indie Love too, but I got my ticket already.
Really? You got your ticket?
Yeah, my ticket, so I might be going to
that.
that.
Oh, so I get to see love.
So I'm definitely going to that. I might take it before.
Did you get your hotel?
Didn't get my hotel yet.
Okay, get your hotel because they're getting expensive. I booked inside where the venue.
Okay.
Is.
So I'll definitely get that soon. But yes.
So definitely look into your hotel. But yes.
Hopefully by April I should have at least about a good bit of books, because I definitely want the second book to come out for that series, which is Young and Old. That one, I feel as if, even though Right Way to Love is challenging because my hero is freaking stubborn as hell, I do personally feel that the second book is going to be even more challenging because I started it and it's more so like I know where I want the hero direction to go. I don't know where I want the heroine direction to go. All I know is that she's there.
Yeah, got you.
I don't know where she was going. So yeah.
My thing is, I can't keep my damn eyes open to actually type these people's stories. I be tired. They be just rolling around in my head. I'm like, hey, do that when I'm up later.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Go to sleep.
But Shay, thank you so much for being the first guest.
You're welcome. I enjoyed it. And I know you're probably going to edit a little bit, but you go ahead and leave all my ratchet shit in there.
I'm leaving everything in. I'm leaving everything in.
Like, listen, you know what I say? I tell my husband all the time, I be like, I am who I am, and I don't be like trying to hide that shit. So like, and then people love it. Like people be like, Shayna, you so funny. Shay, you so funny. And I'm like, you don't even know this is real life.
Yes.
So, but no, it was definitely fun kicking it with you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And guys, I'll leave all her information. Yes, please come back. I'll leave all her information below in the comment section, in the description. Make sure you follow me, my new Instagram, which is @thebookworm__. Please follow that if you want to know all bookish things that's going on with my life. Starting now, because I have a interview every month this month. So yay me, this is really good. I actually posted it, and then next thing I know, I had interviews out the back. So I am booked for September. I have a very special one coming very, very soon. This Saturday. No, we're special too, but this one right here, I was just like, whoa.
No, look, listen, you ain't gotta cat me. No, I ain't that special. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate what I'm doing, but you know.
I'm interviewing Christina C. Jones next Saturday. So actually by the time you see this, I will be this Saturday. So September 11th, I'll be recording Christina C. Jones.
Hi. In the background.
I am very shocked because I was not expecting her to, reply back reply back. So that one is going to be a very, very informative one, I should say, because I do watch her YouTube videos like crazy. So you guys will definitely get a lot of gems. If you really want to know how to write, you'll definitely get a lot of gems from her.
I love her. I've met her twice, and she's just so amazing.
Yeah, so I'm super excited to have her coming. And then I have KO McGee coming, Arthur Dock coming, and then I'm ending September with Paris Tanae. So I'm super excited.
Paris is my girl, little Trinae, her little extra self, always trying to be, we be trying to let you be great, and she won't let you. She be like, It's so funny when I posted the shaded out covers with my in my group. She was like, if I get a certain amount of likes, I show y'all the real thing. I said, here you come, not letting me be great. I love her though. I absolutely love her. When she was actually a mentor before she signed to Karen. And so when I first signed up, she just was like doing a few mentor sessions. Yeah. And it was so funny because she was like, she read a few of my books and she was like, girl, bye. I told Karen, you don't need me. She was wasting her money. She was like, you already got this. You good. I don't even know. Let's just talk. Yeah. What's up? So I love her.
Yeah, like I said, one thing I can say about the group that I'm in, everybody just has a warming spirit for so far, even though I haven't really talked to a lot of people yet. The ones I have talked to, just a warming spirit. You have such a beautiful spirit. I just want to say that.
Thank you. Thank you.
I love how you're just you. You're real. You don't care how people have to say about you. And as someone who is trying to like be at that level, it's
hard.
It's hard, but it's such a beautiful thing to see when somebody that who you're trying to be is actually doing it and you're living the truth. So even though you're not my mentor, I will love it if you were my mentor while I'm doing this.
Because that is like that makes me feel like so good. Like, as I really feel like a lot of people be inboxing me and asking me questions, and I'm like, y'all don't even know I be inboxing asking the great questions. Like, let me tell you, when I first started, I used to be in Alexandria House inbox, like, hey, I got a question. And her sweet, amazing ass would be like, hey, here's the answer. Yeah. And so I only strive to give out that same energy that was given to me when I first started, like between Karen and Alexandria House. I think I've inboxed Sabrina B. Scales once. Like, I just for general questions. Yeah. And everybody was always so dope and like just getting back to me and so nice and sweet. I only strive to like extend that same courtesy. So if you need anything, hit me in my inbox. You got it.
No, I will. I totally agree, because the same thing happened to me when I talked to Christina C. Jones about a certain situation, interviewing Alexandria Warren, interviewing Nicole Falls, hell, interviewing Ray Lease when she first came out. Just in the DMs, like I did an interview previously and somebody asked me how did you get started, like, give us advice. And I told them, I was just like, read what you want to write what you want to read, and hop in the DMs. Those are my three advice. That's my three advice right there. Don't be afraid to hop in the DMs.
You know what I say? I was taught, closed mouths don't get fed.
Yep.
And why not ask? Because the only thing you can get is a yes or a no. If you get a no, you ain't had that shit anyway. If you get a yes, then boom. There you go. So you know what I do? I opens my fucking mouth. Like I be asking my husband every day, you gonna give me this Louis bag? No. One day the answer gonna be yes.
Exactly.
That's okay. I'm gonna keep asking. I'm like, you got my Louis bag back there? Fuck no. But one day he just gonna pop up and he gonna surprise me and he gonna have my Louis bag. I might be taking that a little bit too far, but let me be great.
Hey, that manifestation is coming.
Yes, speaking
that manifestation is totally coming. Well, guys,
and I told him, I said, one of these Christmases, I want a car. I want to wake up outside. I was like, the commercials and they got the car and they always got the bow.
The big bow.
And he was just looking at me like, the fuck is wrong with you? And I'd be like, I want the bow on the car. He'd be like, get away from me.
It's totally coming.
So you could just see what kind of personality I am. And in my house, my Jamal, he literally be like, get away. Like, you are annoying. I'm like, but you love me.
You're me for a reason. You love me.
But no, that's so dope. Like, this is why I like doing these podcasts. And I like when I have good energy with people, because it's so much fun just like being kicking it, and just you could go on forever. So I'm gonna let you go ahead and then cut me off, because I could go forever. Like,
you're fine.
I'm a Leo, so like I'm not.
That's why we connect so well, because the fire signs.
Yes, I told you, like, my favorite person is the Aries. Her birthday April 1st. Like, my favorite person is the Aries. So like we be here, and so like I can do this all day. Like, I'm loud, I'm extra. And then people be like, you extra? And I'm like, I know. Like, what you thought you was going to hurt my feelings? I ain't got no feelings. You can't hurt them.
Hello.
Like, I be looking at, sometimes I get a 1-star review. I'm like, well, boo, I'm sorry you didn't like it. Anyway, back to these other, 117 people who did.
I'll say this. Even from the one review, you still read the book. So obviously you must like something. Because you still read it.
You know what I don't like, though? And I haven't had this happen to me, but I did see this happen to one of my author friends. Mm-hmm. She pretty much got kind of trolled by a reader. Like, and she literally like read all her books and gave her like 1 and 2 stars. And it was like, and then like a whole bunch of bad reviews, like written reviews. My thing is, by book 2 or 3, I would think that that author is not your lane. You get
So
what
I
I'm saying?
agree. I
Don't
agree.
go read my whole catalog and then not like it. Like I feel like by book 2 or 3, you know if my writing style, my storylines, my whatever is your lane. That's the one thing that I don't. I mean, it still don't bother me. I mean, that personally hasn't happened to me, and it still wouldn't bother me to affect who I am as a person because I'm gonna always be me. But I feel like that's a little bit shady. It's
Yeah.
like just know, like I know it's always like, oh, you didn't like one book, I'm gonna give them a second chance. Like we all been there. I didn't like this book, I'm gonna read the next one. Okay, the next one wasn't still don't like it. Like I think sometimes you just gotta accept that maybe a person author isn't for you. Like, and that's okay. That's completely okay. But to sit and troll somebody and then waste you, first of all, you wasting your own time. Like you don't read 6 books by a person you don't like, clearly, so you can go give them a 1-star review. I don't. That's trolling. Like, don't do that. Don't do that.
And
Like, just
sometimes, it could be like a vendetta. Like, are you jealous of that person's success, or are you trying to be that person? And
I
you,
don't even know. I don't even want to get in the minds of negative people like that. But I just feel like, I feel like by book 3, if you don't like, if you read an author back to back and you on the 3rd book and you don't like nothing that they've put out, maybe you should just accept that author just isn't for you, and
yeah,
that's okay.
yeah, I
That's
totally
okay.
agree.
Like everybody's not going to like everything. Everybody's not going to agree with everything. Everybody, like when I wrote about BDSM, like that's why I put it in the synopsis. Everybody not going to want to read about BDSM. Everybody not going to want to be reading about a bitch getting tied up and control as far as when she can and can't come. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's cool. Like, everybody in the marriage contract, everybody not going to agree with a one night stand in Vegas. Like I had a reviewer was like, oh, I don't like how she woke up and she didn't remember having sex. It's like, great. First of all, that happened on these white movies all the time, like the theme. So but again, I was just like, okay, like I was like, I can see that though. Like, she had flashes. I can see that. But yeah, I just feel like don't continue to read an author that you think you just don't like and then go give them 1-star reviews. I think that you should accept that maybe that person is just not for you, and that's okay.
But for me, I think it's when an author does write the books, you know what I'm saying? They have like a warning. This book contains blah 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 blah. And then somebody reads it and then they leave a 1-star review. Well, the book had this and this and that. It tells you before you start even reading page 1 or chapter 1.
Or like this is a novella. This is a novella by.
So why are you?
This book was short.
Yeah, like why are you writing a 1-star review about how the book had this, that, and I didn't like it?
You know what the funniest thing
Tells
was?
you it like, come on.
Now we want reviews. You know what the funniest thing is? I had a 1-star review on A Dash of Christmas Magic because the chick couldn't download it to her Kindle. That's
Okay,
not
on that note, y'all.
I had problems downloading it to my Kindle.
So like you 1-star review.
You probably didn't update your Kindle.
Oh my god. Oh.
That's not because you having technical difficulties. Does not mean
1-star review.
I mean, Amazon removed it, and like me and like everybody, I posted it. I posted a screenshot of it on Facebook, and like every author like came out of the woodworks. Authors that like I didn't even know pay attention to me, and like and was like, oh no, post the link so I can report it. So everybody reported it. It got removed, but I was just like mind blown. I said, did you really just give me a 1-star because you don't know how to work technology?
You didn't read my book. Oh, you didn't get the chance to flip the page, and you give me a 1-star review because you could have downloaded it. Girl, if you don't get the fuck on, look.
So like sometimes it'd be funny. I be reading them to my husband. He'd be like,
"Okay." I remember me having one. I can't lie. I did have one, and I got really upset about it. Like I got like defeated, and I was just like, what the fuck am I doing? I felt like what the fuck am I doing wrong? This and this and that. But I can say before I took Closer to You down, I did get a 5-star by someone that I'm like a reader that I'm close to now. And when she told me that my book reminded her of the TV show All American. You couldn't tell me shit because I love that goddamn show.
I watch it. My husband watches it like religiously. I can't keep up. I don't watch TV, so
Yeah.
I always fall behind. Like when something come on, I'd be like, oh, this is shit, and then next thing I know, this shit's in season 25, and I'd be like, wait, what?
Yeah,
How
when
can
she
you got
told
time
me
to catch up?
when she told me that, I was just like, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can tell me.
That is awesome. So that's what that again, you gotta chew the meat, spit out the bone. Like fuck all them negative reviews. Who cares? They don't like it. That's on them. You write for you, and then you write for them. Like I think Christina C. Jones always say that. Like you write for you, or I write for like that is like amazing advice. Like write what the fuck you want to write, and your flock will find you.
That's very true. That
like
so
your
true.
flock will find you. It's okay. And so and everybody is entitled to their opinion and their feelings. I don't want to disregard anyone's opinions or feelings. I don't want you to think that I'm doing that. But if you don't like me, then maybe I'm just not for you. I might be a little bit too much. I am a little abrasive. I'm a little bit extra. I'm a little bit loud. Like I can accept that. Like I have long ago accepted all of my flaws and still live in them. So you can't judge me for something that I've already accepted.
Ooh,
So
that's a word right there. That is a word.
Like you or you can, but it don't affect nothing over here.
Yeah.
It don't affect no vibes over here because I already know I'm crazy. I already know I'm loud. I already know I'm ghetto. I can be professional. I can turn it on. But I've accepted all of my flaws and have figured out how to build my life around everything that I am. So I will never allow someone to step into my space and try to diminish my worth. Like ever. You can't do it. Like you can't do it. And I think sometimes people be mad about that too. Like, she mad at everybody. But no, I know who I am.
Yeah.
And I've accepted that. And that's okay. So yeah.
Well, guys, on that note, thank you once again for tuning in to Bookcave the Bookworm. Thank you once again, Shay. I truly, truly appreciate it.
Thank you. This was so much fun.
All the information in the description below. Got to leave my information in the description below as well. Until next time, have faith, have confidence. Love you. Always, always be you. And if to all my authors out there, read what you want to write and write what you want to read. Until next time. Bye. Bye.